Hey friends, this is Sophia for the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a card I made using Altenew's Craft-a-Flower series. I think this is the one for April. It's called Anemone Blue Poppy. And I'm also going to be using these Better Press sentiments that can also be hot foiled. So I'm actually going to show you how to hot foil those. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, here are all of the dies that come with this set. So one of the flowers is indicated with an arrow, and all of the pieces that go with that flower have an arrow on it. And then the second flower has a little keyhole and a number. So it's really easy to layer those on top of each other. So I'm going to take these and run them through my die cutting machine with some white paper. So I decided to go ahead and color these with Copic markers. The first color I used there was BV08. I know I didn't put the lid there, I kind of forgot, but it was BV08. And then I'm blending out with BV17, BV15, and BV11, I think. Yes, BV13 and BV11. The reference photo that I kind of looked at to make this card, I looked up pictures of flowers like these anemone poppy flowers, and they're so beautiful. So I really wanted to capture the purple and the blue in the flower, and so I decided to use my Copic markers to show you that. The BV11 is a little bit more on the lilac side, and I love that because you can blend that back into the blue and show that beautiful color of the purples and blues together. So I did that on my second flower, and now I'm just coloring the shadow piece, and I'm using my darkest color for that. So that was BV08 and BV17. And then I am just doing the center part, the darkest color as well, which is that BV08. And then, so I did everything in BV08, but then I kind of realized that that center piece was a little bit lighter. And so I used my lighter color for that. So BV17 for that center piece, just so it would contrast a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting the flower together, and I'm just going to use my Tombow liquid glue for that. I'm just putting it along the inside so that there isn't much glue on there, and that also gives it a little bit of texture because the flower lifts up a little bit on the ends by itself. I didn't actually curl these ones out because I felt like with the shadows and the colors in that flower, it already has a lot of dimension on it. So I didn't need to fold those colors or those petals with my bone folder. So what I'm doing now is trying to make this a little bit darker towards the center. I did go ahead and underpaint the center piece of that. So as I was putting it together, I was noticing that it's not so dark, and so I'm just going back to add more dark BV08 into there. And then when I put that center piece on, it was just blending in for me too much. So I took some pink, I think it's R20, and I'm just going to underpaint it a little bit and then add BV08 over top just to make it look even darker. And then I also took some N8, which is a gray, like a dark gray, and I put that also underneath the BV08 to make it look just darker. Now I'm taking my white gel pen and I'm just making some dots there to really make that flower pop. So now I'm going to start on my second marker. Here I wanted to do a magenta flower, and so I decided to start with RV19. And if you see on the side there, on the right hand side, I actually practiced blending it out first before laying it out onto my flower to see what color I actually wanted. I didn't want it to look red or warm, but at the end there, I do use a little bit of warm pink to blend that magenta out, and I think it just looked beautiful. So all of the marker caps are there, but I will list every color that I used below. So if you want to go and buy those colors, just go to the ScrapbookPal channel and do it. The lightest color I used was the R81. And if you see, I'm pulling those colors from the center and out and then back in. And I feel like that gave it such a beautiful look. So that's the colors that I used for my second flower, and I won't bore you with coloring the second one here. For the center, I did the exact same thing as on the other card. I did the darkest color in the middle, so my RV19, and I'm just kind of showing you how those are supposed to layer on top of each other. And this shadow piece, just do that in the darkest color you have because it is intended, I feel like, as a shadow. And especially if it's light there. If you did dark there, I would do light on that piece. So now we're going to start working on the leaves. For my leaves, I really wanted that nice dark to light blend. And so my first color there, I'm using YG67. This is such a really pretty green blend if you're looking for a green Copic blend. So I've used YG67, blended the YG67 out with YG17, and then for my lightest color, I used YG03, and that really gives it that yellowy green color that's so pretty on leaves in the summer. If you find you're not getting like a really nice blend, just go backwards from the center. So from the center, you're going to pull out and then you're going to go backwards towards the center. And that really gives it a really nice blend into that leaf. So those are my leaves. So for my greeting, I'm using Altenew's Celebration Sentiments, and I'm going to be hot foiling them. So I'm using the one, This Calls for a Celebration. I've already got my plate warming up there. Once that light turns off, that means you're ready to start foiling. I decided to use some silver foil and put that on top. I really wanted to use a dark color, but I don't really have any dark color foils. It's all like silver and gold and really shiny ones. And even my colored ones are lighter. So I have a purple, but it's lighter. So isn't that just magic? Look at how pretty that looks. Yeah, so now we're going to start putting the card together. I'm using a gray panel as my background color just to really bring out the centers of those flowers. I thought the gray would look nice. And I wanted to use tape runner, but that was a bad idea because I misaligned it and then I had to put it on again. But I saved it. So here is my paper that has some silver on it. And so that's why I did the celebration tag in silver foil because I wanted it to match. But later on I did change my mind. You'll see that I changed it to purple. So now I'm just laying out my card. I'm going to put some liquid glue on all of the pieces. I thought about using foam squares, but like if I lifted one flower on the foam squares, it was looking a little bit weird. And so the liquid glue just looked great. And because those flowers have so much dimension on them already, it didn't look bad just using the liquid glue and layering them on top of each other. For my leaves, I'm just going to kind of tuck them underneath. And that's a trick with the glue too. If you only put it on the inside part of the flower, you're going to be able to adjust those leaves later however you like, and it's not going to be stuck, and you're not going to have to like rip it off the paper to stick the leaf underneath. But yeah, so I kind of pulled that one up a little bit and tucked it under so to give it a little bit of layering. And then for my last leaf, I decided to put it on the left hand side there just to give it that triangle shape that's very pleasing to the eye. So with that tag, I layered it on top and then I thought it looked really weird. So I cut it out. I fussy cut it out with my scissors and decided to do that because it was kind of taking away from those flowers. Now, when I laid that tag down, I kind of realized that the silver was too light and it wasn't doing it for me. So what I decided to do is I went back and I foiled it in light purple, and that kind of gave it a better look. So I will show you at the end what that looks like. The last thing I'm doing here is using my white gel pen to add some lines where the artist drawn lines are, and that really lifted the flower off of that card, both of them. I did it on the pink and the purple, and it just really gave it magic. So I would definitely recommend this step. So there's my card. I hope you like it. I will show you what it looks like with the purple foil. There's the purple foil. I think it looks a lot better because it actually, once I took a picture of it, you can see the greeting. With the silver, it was just blending in too much. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed that. Make sure to check out our other designers. They make beautiful cards. And don't forget to subscribe to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. Thanks for watching today, my friends. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.